Welcome to Pastime premiere at the Plaza, July 29th, 2025, with Corey Campbell.
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to Miamisburg Historic Plaza Theatre. I know most of you, but if I don't, I'm the Mayor of Miamisburg. I'm Michelle Collins, and I hope you enjoy your night at the Plaza Theatre. It is truly our shining star in downtown, in my humble opinion, and a lot of others. But I'm here to welcome Corey and his movie Pastime to the theater. Thanks to the Miamisburg Historical Society for hosting tonight's event. We're going to hear from them in just a few minutes. But Corey has been stopping in my office probably for about 6 months. And the passion that he shows for this project at his age is, to me, astounding. He really has a passion for film and writing and all of those things. So congratulations. What is truly impressive to me about him is, at his age, he has the passion. And he chose to let Miamisburg, his hometown, be the backdrop to his movie. And as a mayor and as a representative of City Council, we are so impressed by you. And we hope you all enjoy the movie. And Corey, just congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Good job. I know his family is too. I'm gonna invite Kim Iser up and Greg Powell. Laurel, are you coming up? No. So the spokespeople tonight from the Miamisburg Historical Society are Greg Powell and Kim Iser, and they're going to give you a little bit more information, right?
All right, thank you for coming out. We are so pumped to be able to support Corey in his endeavors. We first met him, he did a short video for us for the corn racing exhibit. We started a Hollywood Minor Stars program, and he has really been a key part of that, and he is our next one. So we are thrilled. The thing we most hear at the Historical Society is, we didn't know you were there. We're a short 6 blocks from here in Veterans Park. Please come by. You'll be amazed at the things we have. Thank you again. And here's Greg.
Thank you all for coming. This is a real great opportunity to show Corey's ability to the community. And just to wish him luck, just to honor him here, we made, from the Historical Society, made a star for you that recognizes your movie and how we appreciate it.
Show it to me.
Wish you luck.
So it's a glass star, and it's edged with the Miamisburg Historical Society logo and Pastime. So this is truly a crowd of people who love you, people who respect what you've done. Our state rep is here. Rodney Creech is in the audience. Rodney, stand up. All the way from this is a representative of how much you're loved and how much you're appreciated. So congratulations from the bottom of my heart. Sure, absolutely.
So I just want to say just a few quick words real quick for acknowledgement to the Historical Society and Mayor Michelle Collins. I just want to say, everybody, thank you first of all for coming out. This is going to be a really amazing night. I hope you really enjoy the film. But I just want to say, can we get a round of applause for both the City of Miamisburg as well as the Historical Society that represents this amazing killer town? Can we get a round of applause for People sometimes are so up in themselves and are walking down the streets and not knowing how much history exudes and how much amazing this just runs through a town's history and stuff. And I just gotta say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing me to shoot in your town. Thank you for, just helping me all the way with all the information I got from you guys. And again, everybody, you gotta support this town because this town is amazing. It's truly incredible. And, the people involved in it, They're very special and unique people, and I just really appreciate them, and I hope you all enjoy the film and show them the same love and respect that I have for them.
I know Alan Parsons is supposed to be here, filmmaker behind Triangle Park. Amazing filmmaker from Centerville. He got caught filming in New York City and was not able to be here tonight. All right, Mr. Corinthian, you just started the movie. You wrote it, you directed it, shot it, you edited it. How did the concept of Pastime come to life? Why was the story so personal? Sorry, what's your movie? After you wrote, started, and directed, and shot the movie, you go and edit it. How did the concept for Pastime come around? Why is it so personal for you?
Well, I've been wanting to make a movie for many, many years now, and I think the biggest thing I was trying to tackle with was what should the movie be? Should it be this? Should it be that? What should it be? And then, you know, we all in our lives have different things that take place and know things that different things that take place with different people. And it's one of those things where I found the concept of a first love. It's kind of, you know, shrouded in ambiguity as well as uncertainty is a concept that a lot of people can relate to because, especially even more so nowadays with everybody, you know, going out there in the world and stuff. So it's one of those things where I was like, I wanted to make a story that people could relate to, both young and old, because I feel it's an age-old concept of that whole, you know, it's the girl next door, you think you're gonna be, you know, together forever, and then, you know, reality kicks in, and, you know, sometimes you just both have different things going on.
Sure. So, the film explores the idea of choosing between passion and pastime. How does this question resonate in your own creative journey?
I think that it's a thing that you have to figure out how to have a balance with, because I think both are very essential to, you know, getting forward in your life and everything. But it comes down to, like, if you have like a gun in your head, metaphorically speaking, you're like, what do you love more, this thing or this thing? And what do you want to do for the rest of your life, as well as what do you love to the point where you're willing to defend it and work on it so much so that it becomes something real and tangible, like a film. I mean, everybody wants to make a film, or everybody would like to be in it. Everybody loves to be a movie star, like that old quote says. Little do a lot of people know though, is it's a very difficult thing to do that, as well as what are the steps to get to that place. So it's one of those things that, like, is it just a, you know, pastime, like, oh, you love, you know, doing this, you love watching movies, you love this, or is it like a serious passion that you have to strive forwards with in order to achieve greater things with it?
So filming in Miamisburg, which is kind of where you grew up, and I have a very personal piece of you. What did it mean to you to have the town support you in this way?
I would say it's like the greatest thing ever. I mean, can we get a round of applause for the Miamisburg Historical Society? As well as the city of Miamisburg. I almost just said golly, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Golly, that's such a nice statement to say, but it's like they came through and they helped in so many ways. I mean, truly, Kim, Greg, you guys are next level. Like, I mean, honestly, the information I obtained from them in terms of history, as well as just knowing things I didn't really even know before about the city, it just made me really, you know, passionate to learn more and, you know, just get more. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you either need permits or you need this and that. The city was so lenient. They just said, hey, go shoot, don't bother other people. They were so kind. And, you know, sometimes it's just nice to work with people like that who are very easygoing and, you know, willing to help out and see the bigger picture of a project.
Yeah, let's get a round of applause to everyone else. We have a big cast of folks up there. I'm going to start at the far end and ask each one of you to introduce yourself and tell us what you had to do with the film.
Yeah. My name is Jack Miller. I was one of the associate producers for this movie. I basically helped Corinthian with like the camera equipment and selecting crew and the production aspect of the movie. So yeah.
All right, my name is Alfonso Moore Jr. and I reached out to Corinthian through social media. He got back to me, we went back and forth, next thing you know, I'm on table reading via Zoom and offered me the part, and here I am.
Isn't it true you're from Cleveland?
Yes.
So you actually came down to film this? So you actually came here just to film this?
Yes.
So what did you find out? What's your overall impression about this town?
Well, I'll be honest with you, when I came here, I'm gonna film here twice, so I didn't really get a chance to see the town, but, you know, just listen to you guys and just find out that this is a, you know, historical place. I would like to come back and check it out though, to see more things, even the pool that actually closed down, just to see the area.
We'd all like to see that.
Yeah, just to see the area, whatever the case may be. But you know, in short, and being honest, I didn't really get a chance to really, you know, take a gander at the town, if you will.
Fair enough. We'll invite you to come back and do it again.
Oh yes, I will. Thank you for having me.
My name is Jackson Davis. My name is Corinthian Campbell. I'm the writer and director and played Crosley.
My name is Justin Dew, Jr. I'm just a family friend of Corey and his family, and he just asked me to help him, and I told him that I'd be interested in it.
My name is Cindy Dew, and I play Helen. I really didn't have to prepare a lot. I just had a few lines and pulled a pizza box out of the oven.
She's a better cook than that.
My name is Justin Dew Sr. and I play Glenn. I have 2 daughters, so it's pretty easy.
And I'm Bernard Fields, and I was the editor and colorist for the film.
Production on either end there. Talk to us from a production standpoint. What was important to you about editing this film, and what made it easy, and what things really stood out to you?
Well, I have to say what really made it easy was that Corinthian came to me with like a complete project. Really, he did. He came, so I have to take my hat off to him for really having a solid vision, and he knew exactly what he wanted. And one of the things that he asked me, he was like, you know, hey, I need some fresh eyes on this. I need to see what I need to take out. And when I saw the length of the film, I thought to myself, I said, oh man, like there must be a lot of fat in this film, because typically a movie is an hour and a half, like 90 minutes. And here I was sitting looking at a 2 hour, and what I tell him all the time is that it doesn't feel like it was 2 hours, which is unreal. Like that's unheard of, to sit through a film that runs that smooth to where you look up because you're having so much fun watching it, and you're like, this was amazing. And then just hats off to the crew, with them going the proper route of, you know, filming. It made the coloring job a lot easier. So it wasn't like working with an amateur at all. It really felt like that I was working with a filmmaker, a real filmmaker who knew what they were doing.
The Dow family, let's talk about your guys' roles in this film. How did you guys feel portraying this family? Did you feel like the emotion came through? Were you really there and supporting it? What stood out to you?
Well, you know, Corey's a pretty persuasive young man. He doesn't take no for an answer. So he needed us to fill in, and we had a good time doing it. And you know, I didn't see any of Junior's filming. Cindy and I were obviously on the same, you know, set when we were doing that, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I never thought I would ever do anything like this. This is, you know, the strangest thing, but it was a lot of fun.
Same here. I never really thought that I would ever be part of a movie. Corey is definitely a great friend. He's a great person, and I think that's really what made me want to do it. I wouldn't just want to do it if it was just some random person or someone that I didn't truly like love.
How did it feel seeing yourself on screen?
It was very weird. I've always wondered, like, you know, me and my grandpa would go to movies a lot, and I would always be like, it'd be funny if I came in here and watched the movie that I was in. Here we are.
Kind of cool. Moving on down, seeing yourself kind of portrayed as, I don't know, I would say you were kind of the nerd in the show.
Yeah, something like that.
How typecast was that?
Sorry?
Was that typecasting?
Oh no. I mean, I don't know as much of a nerd. I would say more like comic relief. I would say I'm a pretty funny person.
Okay.
But when it comes to like, actually, you know, stuff like that, I'm not a bookworm. I'm not, you know, in the books all the time or anything like that.
He's in the books, he's physically hitting him with a baseball bat.
So I'm going to take up a ton of time here because I think we've got some audience here that may have some questions. Anybody here have some questions they'd like to ask? Please step right up and be loud.
Was it, so I remember when you first started and you were asking people like to use their facilities. Was it interesting to like see the people that were doubting you and now you have it all done and you're like, look at my movie, look at it all done, look at these people that are supporting me. It doesn't look like somebody that is your age creating this movie. It looks like a real movie title. It looks really good for people that it's in a tiny town. You're from Cleveland and you rep Cleveland. This is a little town that doesn't have a big name. Was it cool and did it feel good to get to be like, hey, I did this and I had the support of my little town that maybe questioned me at first, but now I have it and can just go for it. How does that feel?
Sure. Well, one of the things that, if I could do it all over again, one of the things I wish I could have done is maybe have a bit more time to prepare. But at the same time, I've said this before many times, we shot it, I think it was kind of destiny in the time we shot it because, like, wrapping up filming towards, like, sort of like, we shot the pool scene, coincidentally, I think it was like 2 days before the pool officially closed. And that was before they announced, like, they finally said, yeah, the pipes, we gotta finally fix this the right way. And it was one of those situations where all these things lined up, like the smokestack, the plaza, like, you know, was still like, had like the original like marquee and stuff. And there was a lot of things that I wanted to preserve in time while they were preserved. And there was a lot more shops and stores I wanted to originally have in the film, but just because of time and cutting stuff, we had to cut some locations. But there was, I'm not gonna say what it was, but there was a thing I was trying to shoot in. And not that nothing, it just couldn't happen, it just couldn't work out. But there was a kind of essence of, it's not gonna really happen and stuff, but lo and behold, here we are 3 years later, and this is here, and that other place is now gone, so, yeah. So.
Yeah. Is there any way that you could, like, I don't know, posting it with your
Yes, so.
Coming up with a list of all the places you went?
Yes, so I believe you can find it on pastimefilm.com. We should have that up there, and if not, we can make sure we get that up there for you. Because we also, at the end of the film, I don't want to cut it off halfway through the credits, but at the end of the credits, we do have a list of everybody who was involved in the project in terms of businesses, and sort of like a little thank you to the community. Because without the community, I would not be here right now.
Other questions? In the back?
All right, so what was your absolute favorite moment during filming?
I'm trying to narrow it down. I mean, favorite. I mean, there's like the favorite shot you get that you're trying to get, like the intro shot of me running across the sidewalk, dancing to music. We actually had a person holding a Bluetooth speaker so I could sync up, so I'm not just dancing to nothingness. But that shot, since we don't have permits, we don't have the ability to shut the road down. We just have somebody at one side of the road saying, okay, no cars, 1, 2, 3, go. And it's like no, stop, back up. And we have our camera, our director of photography, Chad Eddy, he's trying to walk backwards while our director of sound, Leo Heimelman, who they couldn't be with us tonight because they had prior obligations, but they're like walking backwards and trying not to hit like these poles and like these plants on the ground. It's like, we did that for probably about an hour. When we finally got it, I was like, thank God we got this shot, because this was probably one of the most difficult shots to get. I would say favorite moment on set was probably, originally, when we shot the pool scene, and this, my favorite moment changes all the time, but I really liked the pool scene we shot because it was sort of destiny that we went there at the time we did, because we were only planning to shoot outside the pool, not inside the pool. But lo and behold, lifeguards were there cleaning up, and I just asked them, hey, could we can we just like come in and shoot for like 10 minutes while you guys clean up? And I'm like, sure. They really didn't care. I mean, great security job, guys, but yeah. No, I got all these paint cans back here, but can we just come in for a few minutes? No, that's, no, but no, they were super kind. They let us shoot in there, and it was some of the best stuff I think we ever filmed, just because it looks very dreamlike. It's got the sun. It's just very beautiful to look at. It's even more impactful now that it's not there. But I like really especially that outside the pool, the fight on paper is only like 3 pages long. It isn't that much dialogue, I mean, when you really think about it. And most of the fight is just improv. And we did the fight in 2 takes. And originally I wanted to just choose one of the takes and just have an uncut fight, but no matter how many times I watched it over and over, it just didn't feel, I wanted to have reactions from from the other take and vice versa. But I like that because it was very organic and a lot of things happened that day, and you know, in the moment that I wasn't expecting to happen.
I'm going to ask some of the production folks who did this. Because this was a small budget film, this film was made around $14,000.
It went from like 10 to 12 to 14.
Which, just to give you an FYI, in the film industry, $100,000 is considered low budget. So this is almost no budget, and I have to say that I'm incredibly impressed with what was done with this budget. So from the production crew, you know, what kind of things did you have to make choices based on the budget?
Well, I think Corey could probably answer that question a little bit more, since he was kind of running the show with the budget and stuff like that. What would you think?
Well, not to pat myself on the head, but you know, it's one of those things where there's no budget initially. You're like, we're spending a few $100s, we'll accumulate it as we go and stuff. But then you realize things get a lot more expensive. You know, everything from gas, money for gas, to pay rent on a space or whatever it may be. It all starts to stack up. I will say though, Jack may not want to say this, but I will say, when I was renting camera equipment and stuff, and Jack thankfully knew some people who at the right place at the right time were able to help me, and basically get me the resources I need, because honestly, without Jack, I would not be sitting here probably. Maybe I would, but maybe not to the level.
You would have figured out a way.
Maybe, but I mean, the quality of the camera, I mean, I don't think I could ever get that from just like my iPhone. Maybe one day we'll get there. We're kind of already there, but it's one of those things where it's just, yeah, there's that, and there's the fact where it's like, you know, not spending things on needless stuff, and like, you know, investing and just saving up your own money, and, you know, sometimes you gotta finance something yourself in order to make something accomplished. You gotta look at it as an investment versus just spending money on needless stuff.
Any other questions out here? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've asked this question last time, and so I'm going to kind of go back on it. Has the mayor talked to you tonight about speeding on Linden Avenue? As a police chief.
No, that is sped up. No, to answer the question, I wanted to get in that. The thing about the film is it's a comedy, but it's more almost like a character study. And it's one of those things where you want to have a nice balance of stuff. So like when you have a massive talky scene, you want to have a little bit of comedy here and there, so it kind of keeps the tension or the plot moving forward. And after that conversation where it's like a little catch up in the car, we're about to pull into his house, and he's going to say that little joke about, you know, getting hit with a baseball bat or a belt. But before that, I want to have one little like sort of in a way I could morph those two scenes together, from like in the car, the serious conversation, to the funny conversation, but I didn't want it to be so abrupt. I wanted it to be something funny, so we parked our car by Lucky Star. I had somebody on the wall on my phone saying, nobody in this way, nobody that way, go. And this is the most stupid thing I've ever done. I don't know why I did this, but I thought my windows, I have no tint, so I thought they could see the passenger seat and not see my actor, David, in there. And so I said, get in the car with me. And we're racing NASCAR style over train tracks. And when you watch the footage in post, you can't even see him, or either me. So yeah, it's not one of my proudest moments because, you know, one pebble. So thankfully everything was safe, and thankfully there's an amazing thing called statute of limitations.
So sound played a huge part in this film, like sound and music. Who made some of those choices for the music? And and how does sound play into it?
It's one of those things where, I don't know how I should say that. I've said this at the last Q&A, at the last event we did, but it's one of those things where I got a thing where no matter what, I constantly have like music on play, you know, just constantly like just in the background and stuff, whether it's like in front of me on a physical piece of media, like a computer, or just in my brain, I'm just constantly just like, just humming. And it's one of those things where I feel like music can help shape a person's life and their experiences. So like if you like think back to like, oh, like this event in time or this moment in time, you can remember the songs that were playing at that point. And even more so when you're in moments like the first kiss or like the first time you meet somebody, or you know, a great day, you're like having a great day at the pool, you're like, oh, I can remember that song. So every song in the film was written in the script to cue at the scene that it was cued, except for one that got changed in post because I liked this other song. I was going between the two and I liked this other song better, but it's one of those things where I like to put as much detail, but also not that much detail in my scripts, and that was one of the details I thought really needed to stay there so it could help shape the film's feel and vibe of it.
I'm going to ask everybody that's sitting on stage, what moment will you take away from the film most, and what do you hope the audience takes away from it?
I'm gonna have to think about it for a second, so I'm gonna pass.
I think for me, and then also the audience, I kind of have like two interlinking points. Something for like me, especially like my young age, like I think 16 when we were filming. So like for me, it was kind of just like you know what, yeah, why not? You know, try it out, you know. Who knows what's to go? Some of these people over in this corner might know like my theater days, but like this is not theater, right? So, so just try it out, you know. Like this is what I have for the audience, like just try it out, you know. If it doesn't work out, great. I mean, in this sense, it worked out, and I'm really proud of how it all turned out. But something that I take away for myself, and then like I hope that you guys take away too, is that you guys have, you know, something you want to try out. If you have a passion, if you have a hobby, you know, give it a try, you know. Why not? What's the worst that can go wrong?
I think about going back to the budget for a minute. Yeah, I mean, $100,000 is definitely considered a low budget for a movie, but what we were able to do with $14,000 just goes to show that I think now is a really great time to be making independent film, and I think what we were able to accomplish here when we made this movie is a great testament to that. And I would say, if you have an idea or if you have something that comes to mind, I would say go for it. I think this is a great example of what's possible, and you know, I just go do it. You know, that's what I think about this movie, honestly. So here's all I have here.
I mean, I'll just piggyback off what you said pretty much. You know, if you have a passion for whatever it is that you do, whatever, just shoot for it. Just go for it. Only you can stop you, if you will. You know what I mean? So, and hopefully, whatever, you know, the vision that Corinthians had for this movie, and this open audience takes, and you know, take it in and enjoy it, I guess, and see it for what it's worth, because everybody, you know, has those growing pains, you know, when it comes to the neighborhood girl or the neighborhood boy, you know, that you like and type things. And, always the parents, always the parents, always the parents. So yeah, take that away. It's a good film.
That was that many thoughts here.
So I would have never, ever, I was never in theater or anything like that. And this was a lot more fun than I've ever thought it would have been. So if you're young and you're not really coming out of your shell, you should just do it. I wish I would have gone. You know, it's lots of fun. And Corey's very resourceful, and it's absolutely amazing when they get
$14,000. Just kind of piggybacking off of what was said at the far end, just do it. You know, if you have the idea, you got the drive, no matter what it is. I mean, of course, with this being filmmaking, go do it. There's really no excuse for you or anything that's holding you back, except for doubt, fear, and you know, stepping outside of filmmaking. If it's becoming a ballerina, start in your bedroom and just be on your tippy toes every morning. You know, you're doing it. So just go through the process and have faith.
kind of what my dad said. Really just, I never thought that I would be making a movie, let alone with someone that I knew. I mean, just step out and do it. There's nothing, I mean, what could go wrong? You look, yeah, you get embarrassed or, you know, it's all temporary. Like, I sit here now, I'm so happy for Corey. And I'm happy for everyone sitting up here. Like, it's a great feeling.
You know, I don't know. I would just say, what have I said that's not already been said? Because all these people have made inspirational quotes that should be on T-shirts, and I'm trying to think here. I think that I have a lot of ambitions in my life. I'm working on a very serious ambition in the next few weeks. And when that time comes, it's one of those things where, just like with this film, you gotta be like, hey, it may be tough now, but you know, it's gonna be great when you finish it, when people get to see it. And I think something some people have to realize is that stuff is not always on your time. So you may, sometimes, if you don't feel like you have the money or the means to make a film, you do have a thing called hands, a piece of paper. I mean, hopefully you have hands, but you have hands and a piece of paper, and just start writing. Start writing your film, start getting ideas, or at least do a storyboard. Just do something, because nothing's going to come from nothing. So you got to put effort into things, and I would just encourage and say, like what everybody else here on the stage has said, is just do it. I mean, Nike swoosh, like seriously, like that's all you need to really, I mean, just go through life and walk through it like that. You're gonna get a lot of places.
So in conclusion, what's next for Pastime? Plans for streaming, festivals, future projects?
So I'm currently meeting with one of our other associate producers, Johnny Callahan, who he couldn't be here tonight. He has a fever as well as his baby and his wife. But we are talking about, I'm gonna be very busy these next few months, going into next year, and while that's happening, he's going to be helping me and represent the film, be taking it to independent film festivals for me, and basically showing off to the world so that the world can see what this is and see if it can get a little bit of traction. It will also be available to stream on the pastimefilm.com website on August 3rd, and hopefully everybody can watch it and likes it, and yeah, it's going to be something else. And also, a little shout out, he's not here, but Johnny Catalano hosts an annual film festival that if any of you guys want to make connections or learn more about the industry, he usually has it in February. It's called the Catalano Film Festival. You can find it on Instagram and Facebook. But you know, he gets a lot of aspiring filmmakers who have and who haven't yet made their first film, and they show it, and you get a lot of connections. So if anybody here is interested in film or interested in getting to know people and or getting to know, just want to come and watch films, it's something very unique and very special, and I think it's made this town very proud every time he's done it.
It's at this theater, right?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, it's been here 3 years.
Nice.
There was one more, I think, in this general area. Am I tripping?
I was going to sum up. Henry Ford said, if you believe you can or you can't, you are correct.
Very good. So, as a film commissioner here, I just want to say, I don't know if you guys realize how rare this is to have a young filmmaker have this kind of a clear vision, have a supportive town that makes it happen. You guys should be incredibly, incredibly proud.
We are.
Can I ask what your plans are in the next couple of weeks or months ahead?
Well, basically I have, let's just say I have a commitment that I have committed to, and, okay, let's say it.
As a young man who leaves the country.
You can tell them what you do on outside the filming, what you do on a regular basis.
I don't know what you're referring to. I do a lot of
You
things.
creative.
Yeah, I do U Creative. I do design and stuff to that caliber. Okay. So we had a world premiere at the museum, the National Air Force Museum, and Greg's not going to let me not answer this question. we had our premiere at the Museum of the National. We had our world premiere at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. That was always the plan. That was on a Saturday. Sunday was a day of prayer, and kind of re-stretching my wings after all the work that had been put into the premiere. And then Monday, I signed enlistment papers to join the United States Marines. So, I always wanted to join the Marines. It was always a passion and objective I wanted to do at one point in my life. But in 2022, I wasn't ready yet. I didn't think I had a lot of stuff I wanted to get done, this being one of them. And when I went to Washington D.C. in January, and I was like, when I saw the Statue of Iwo Jima, like, how can that not move you? And it's one of those things that, like, I'm able-bodied, I want to do it and accomplish this. So Marines, watch out. So. Yeah. Thank you so much. And back, can you get a round of applause for the city of Miamisburg and the Miamisburg Historical Society who put this on.
Thanks everyone for watching Pastime. It was a premiere event at the Plaza Theatre in Miamisburg, Ohio. Corey Campbell is a hometown boy from Miamisburg here. He did a great job. Everybody did in the movie. It was funny and entertaining, and you need to check it out. There'll be descriptions to the website and Facebook in the description. Now, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. You can also like, comment, and share. I upload videos from all kinds of events and things to do around Miamisburg and the area. Feel free to come back and check them out. I'm Miamisburg J, sharing real people, real places, and real stories. I appreciate y'all for watching, and have a great one.